The mountain air was crisp and cold when Jaewon Park heard the strange sound cutting through the quiet wilderness. He wasn't expecting anything unusual that morning, just another day in his isolated cabin, far from the busy cities and complicated life he had left behind. A massive streak of blue-white light suddenly tore across the sky, breaking the peaceful silence. Something was falling, and falling fast. Before Jaewon could fully process what was happening, a thunderous crash echoed through the pine forests, sending birds scattering and small animals running in panic. Curiosity mixed with his military training pushed him to investigate. He grabbed his emergency kit, checked his old service pistol, and started hiking towards the crash site. The morning mist was thick, making visibility challenging, but Jaewon moved quietly, using skills he had learned during his Special Forces training. About a mile from his cabin, he found the impact zone. Trees were splintered and burned, creating a strange circular clearing. In the center lay a metallic object that definitely wasn't from any earthly technology. Its surface was smooth and reflected the morning sunlight in ways that seemed almost impossible. As he approached cautiously, a section of the strange craft suddenly opened. Jaewon's hand instinctively moved to his weapon, ready for anything. But what emerged was not a monster or an invasion force. It was a wounded being, clearly not human, but also not threatening. She was tall, perhaps slightly taller than an average human woman, with skin that seemed to shimmer between silver and pale blue. Her movements were labored, and she was clearly injured. Despite her alien appearance, her eyes showed intelligence and a profound sense of desperation. "Shelter," she said in surprisingly clear English, though her voice had a strange melodic quality. "I need shelter." Jaewon hesitated. Every rational part of his brain told him to keep his distance, to call authorities, to do anything but help this unknown creature. But something in her eyes, a mixture of pain, intelligence, and raw survival instinct, spoke to him. "Who are you?" he asked, keeping a safe distance. "Hyun-ki," she responded, attempting to stand but wincing from her injuries. "From beyond your star systems. Pursued. Dangerous." Her technological suit was damaged, with strange glowing lines that seemed to pulse like wounded veins. Small sparks of energy occasionally flickered around her body, indicating advanced systems trying to repair themselves. Jaewon knew he was taking a massive risk. His previous military missions had taught him to be cautious, to assess threats quickly. But this was different. This was not a battlefield scenario with clear enemies and allies. This was something entirely new. "Can you walk?" he asked, moving slightly closer. Hyun-ki attempted to take a step but collapsed. Her advanced suit seemed to be malfunctioning, its protective mechanisms failing. Jaewon realized she would die, if left here, whether from her injuries or from whatever was pursuing her. Against his better judgment, he moved closer and carefully helped her up. Her body temperature was different, cooler than a human's, with a strange electrical charge that made the hair on his arm stand up. "My pursuers will find me," she whispered. "They must not." Jaewon knew his quiet mountain life had just changed forever. Whatever was coming, whatever story this alien carried, he was now part of something much larger than his isolated existence. As he half carried, half supported Hyun-ki towards his cabin, neither of them saw the distant shapes moving in the high atmosphere, sleek, predatory vessels waiting, watching, hunting. The first encounter had begun, and nothing would be the same again. Inside the small cabin, Jaewon carefully laid Hyun-ki on a makeshift medical bed. Her breathing was irregular, and strange metallic sounds emerged from her damaged suit. He realized quickly that human first aid techniques would be useless here. "Don't move," he said softly, examining her unusual injuries. Her skin seemed to have multiple layers that shifted color when touched, almost like a living protective membrane. Small electrical currents visibly pulsed beneath her skin, indicating complex biological systems far beyond human understanding. Hyun-ki's eyes, a deep silver blue, watched him carefully. She wasn't afraid, but calculating. Her hand moved slightly, revealing a small circular device that projected a holographic medical scan into the cabin's air. Complex symbols and strange anatomical representations danced around her body. "Your medical knowledge is primitive," she stated matter-of-factly. "But you have basic understanding of care." Jaewon chuckled. "Primitive or not, I've kept people alive in worse conditions." Her suit began reconfiguring itself, nanotechnological threads weaving and repairing damage. Small sparks of blue-green energy moved across her body, healing wounds that would have been fatal to any human. "My species regenerates differently," she explained, sensing his curiosity. "What takes humans months, we complete in hours." Over the next few days, an unusual partnership developed. Jaewon provided food, warmth, and protection. Hyun-Ki shared glimpses of her advanced technological world. She explained her civilization existed in a complex galactic network where multiple species competed and collaborated. "We are not conquerors," she told him during one evening conversation. "We are researchers, explorers. My mission was to gather critical information about emerging civilizations." Her technology fascinated Jaewon. She showed him devices that could transform energy, communicate across vast distances, and analyze complex molecular structures with a simple touch. Her handheld computer could do more than entire research laboratories on Earth. But something deeper was happening. They were learning about each other's cultures, understanding differences, finding unexpected similarities. Hyun-Ki was surprised by human resilience. Jaewon was amazed by her species' technological sophistication. One evening, while sharing a meal, an unusual combination of human food and her nutrient tablets, she revealed more about the danger pursuing her. "My research threatened powerful political groups in my civilization," she explained. "I discovered technological patterns that could destabilize existing power structures. They want me silenced." Jaewon understood conflict. His military background taught him that power always feared change. Whether human or alien, political systems remained predictably defensive. Her suit continued healing, gradually revealing more of her physical capabilities. She could absorb and redirect energy, communicate through complex electromagnetic signals, and adapt her body temperature instantly. "Interesting survival mechanism," Jaewon observed. "Necessary survival," she corrected. "In universe full of unpredictable environments, adaptability means survival." Days passed. The cabin became a strange sanctuary, half-human survival space, half-alien research station. Outside, winter winds howled. Inside, two beings from completely different worlds slowly built trust. Hyun-Ki's scanning devices constantly monitored potential threats. Her technology could detect movement miles away, track electromagnetic signatures, and predict potential attack vectors. Jaewon's military training complemented her technological awareness. "We make good team," she said one evening, her first attempt at humor. Jaewon smiled. Unexpected team. Neither knew what would come next. Pursuit seemed inevitable. Her alien civilization would not simply abandon their mission. Earth would become an unexpected battleground in a conflict spanning multiple star systems. But for now, in this small mountain cabin, an alien and a human shared something rare: mutual respect, curiosity, and the beginning of an extraordinary alliance that would change everything. The real challenge was just beginning. The cabin transformed into an unexpected war room. Jaewon's military maps now shared space with Hyun-Ki's holographic projection systems. Strange alien technology blended with human tactical equipment, creating a unique strategic center. "They will come from multiple vectors," Hyun-Ki explained, her fingers dancing across a floating blue-green hologram. Potential attack patterns emerged like living spiderwebs, showing complex invasion routes. Jaewon studied the projections carefully. His special forces training had prepared him for unconventional warfare, but this was beyond anything he had ever imagined. Alien invasion strategies were not something taught in military academies. Their first priority was communication protection. Hyun-Ki developed a sophisticated jamming system that could block any potential tracking signals. Small devices disguised as ordinary mountain rocks surrounded their cabin, creating an invisible protective shield. "Your technology is impressive," Jaewon admitted, watching her work. Survival technology, she responded. Not just weapons, but protection mechanisms. They discovered an unexpected synergy. Jae-won's tactical knowledge combined perfectly with Hyun-ki's technological capabilities. He understood ground movement, terrain advantages, and human psychological warfare. She understood advanced energy, manipulation, quantum communication, and multidimensional threat assessment. Their defensive plan had multiple layers. The outer perimeter consisted of electromagnetic disruptors that could confuse incoming technological systems. Closer to the cabin, they designed energy redirection fields that could potentially neutralize weapon systems. Standard alien invasion. Movies are wrong, Hyun-ki explained one evening. Invasion is not about destruction. It's about strategic control and information acquisition. Jae-won prepared traditional military equipment, modified rifles, advanced thermal imaging systems, and communication gear. Hyun-ki integrated her alien technology, creating hybrid weapons that could adapt and change based on incoming threat signatures. Their communication became a unique language, part human military code, part alien technological terminology. They could understand each other's intentions with minimal verbal communication, a result of their intense collaborative preparation. Mountain terrain became their strategic advantage. Rocky landscapes, dense forests, and unpredictable weather patterns could disrupt traditional invasion strategies. Jae-won knew every mountain path, every potential hide spot. Hyun-ki could scan and analyze terrain variations at quantum speeds. They will expect a technological confrontation, Hyun-ki said. We will give them something different. Small robotic devices, looking like ordinary mountain insects, were strategically placed. These would act as advanced reconnaissance units, providing real-time information about approaching threats. Jae-won's military training emphasized psychological warfare. We don't just fight, he explained. We make them uncertain, confused. Hyun-ki understood. Her civilization valued strategic complexity over direct confrontation. They would not just defend. They would make any potential invasion so complicated that it became economically and strategically unviable. Nights were spent planning. Days were spent preparing. Their cabin looked like a strange mix of a military command center and an alien research station. Maps, holographic projections, modified weapons, and strange technological devices covered every available surface. How long can we prepare? Jae-won asked one evening. Preparation is continuous, Hyun-ki responded. Threat is always evolving. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Two beings from completely different worlds, united by a common goal, survival and protection. Human determination merged with alien technological sophistication. As winter winds grew colder and mountain shadows lengthened, they knew something significant was approaching. Not just a potential conflict, but a moment that could change humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. The alien pursuers were coming, but Jae-won and Hyun-ki were ready, more than ready. They were prepared. The sky changed first. Normal blue transformed into a strange metallic gray, with electromagnetic pulses creating unnatural light patterns. Jae-won knew something massive was approaching long before visual confirmation. They're here, Hyun-ki said calmly, her body already shifting into a defensive configuration. Her skin became harder, more reflective, absorbing surrounding environmental energy. 3 massive spacecraft emerged from quantum displacement fields, blocking out entire mountain ranges with their overwhelming presence. These were not simple invasion vessels. They were precision-engineered hunter-killer platforms designed to eliminate specific targets. Jae-won activated their hybrid defense system. Electromagnetic shields rose from seemingly ordinary mountain rocks, creating invisible barriers around their strategic position. His fingers moved across modified military consoles, integrating Hyun-ki's alien technology with human tracking systems. They want me specifically, Hyun-ki explained. Not humanity, just me. The first wave of attack came silently. Energy pulses that could disintegrate entire mountain sections struck their protective zones, but their preparation worked perfectly. Each energy blast was redirected, absorbed, transformed into harmless light displays. Alien combat units deployed, strange mechanical beings that moved like liquid metal, capable of reshaping themselves instantly. They looked like nightmare versions of advanced robotics with no fixed form, constantly changing and adapting. J1's military training kicked in. Movement pattern suggests centralized control, he observed. If we disrupt primary signal, we can create chaos in their coordination. Hyun-Ki's response was immediate. She projected a complex quantum frequency that began interfering with the alien combat unit's communication networks. Suddenly, the perfectly synchronized mechanical units started moving erratically, losing their collective intelligence. The mountain became a battlefield unlike any human or alien had experienced before. Energy weapons created aurora-like displays. Technological systems fought quantum-level battles, and two unlikely allies worked in perfect synchronization. They underestimated human-alien collaboration, Hyun-Ki said, her body now fully transformed into a living weapon system. She could absorb, redirect, and generate energy at will. J1 launched modified missiles, part human technology, part alien energy systems. Each projectile could change its molecular structure mid-flight, making traditional defense mechanisms useless. The alien spacecraft started experiencing systematic failures. Their advanced systems were being overwhelmed by a strategy they hadn't anticipated. A perfect blend of human unpredictability and alien technological sophistication. Hours passed like minutes. The battle wasn't just physical, it was a complex dance of technological adaptation. Every alien attack was met with an unexpected human response. Every human strategy was countered with alien technological complexity. They're studying us, Jae-won realized. Not just fighting, learning. Hyun-Ki understood immediately. This wasn't a simple invasion. It was a complex information-gathering mission disguised as an attack. Her initial research had triggered a response far more nuanced than simple elimination. The mountain landscape transformed. Rocks became temporary energy shields. Trees became complex sensor networks. The entire environment became a living, breathing defensive system. As the final confrontation approached, Jae-won and Hyun-Ki realized they represented something unprecedented, a true collaborative potential between different species. Their differences became their greatest strength. The alien lead vessel suddenly went silent. No more attacks came. Just observation. They're reassessing, Hyun-Ki whispered. Jae-won looked at her, understanding something profound had just happened. This wasn't just a battle. This was first contact. This was humanity's unexpected announcement to the galaxy. We are not alone and we are not weak. The metallic gray sky slowly returned to its normal blue. Mountain winds resumed their ancient songs, but everything had changed. Permanently. 3. Days after the battle, silence hung over the mountain like a thick blanket. Jae-won and Hyun-Ki sat outside the cabin, watching the landscape that had become their unexpected battlefield. They will return, Hyun-Ki said quietly. Her body still carried faint energy signatures from the recent confrontation, a soft blue glow occasionally flickering across her skin. Jae-won understood this wasn't an ending. It was a beginning. The alien vessels might have retreated, but their departure meant something more complex than simple defeat. A small communication device, a hybrid of human and alien technology, suddenly projected a holographic message. Strange symbols danced in the air, gradually transforming into readable text. It was a communication from Hyun-Ki's civilization. Negotiation request, she translated. Not confrontation, discussion. The message revealed something unexpected. Her research, the very thing that had caused her initial pursuit, was considered groundbreaking. She had discovered technological patterns that could revolutionize energy transfer, communication, and potentially solve complex environmental challenges. They want to understand how we work together, Jae-won observed. His military background recognized this as a diplomatic opportunity disguised as a technical inquiry. Hyun-Ki's technology began uploading their battle recordings. Every strategic movement, every quantum-level interaction, Every moment of human-alien collaboration was being transmitted across vast star systems. "Your species adapts differently," she explained. "Most galactic civilizations have rigid structures. Humans create solutions through improvisation." Their hybrid defense system became the most interesting technological artifact. It wasn't just a weapon, it was a communication method. By combining human tactical knowledge with alien technological capabilities, they had created something entirely new. The mountain cabin, once a simple survival shelter, now represented a potential turning point in human-alien relations. Scientific institutions would be desperate to understand what happened here. "Earth is not ready," Jae-won said, "but some will be." Hyun-ki projected potential future scenarios. Humanity could gain access to technologies that would solve energy, crises, medical challenges, and environmental problems. But integration would be slow, careful, strategic. Their communication device continued receiving messages. Some were diplomatic queries, some were technological assessments, some were pure scientific curiosity. The galaxy was watching, analyzing, understanding. "We changed something fundamental," Hyun-ki said. Her hand touched Jae-won's, a gesture of unexpected connection between two different species. The landscape around them seemed different. Trees looked greener. Mountain rocks appeared more alive. Their battle had not just been a conflict, it had been a transformation of environmental understanding. Quantum communication signals suggested multiple alien civilizations were now studying their interaction, not as a potential threat, but as a fascinating case study of interspecies collaboration. "What happens next?" Jae-won asked. Hyun-ki's response was simple. "We continue, we learn, we grow." Their hybrid technology began receiving scientific proposals. Research institutions across multiple star systems wanted to understand their strategic approach. How had a human military veteran and an alien researcher created something so unexpectedly powerful? The promise was clear. This wasn't about conquest or defeat. This was about understanding, collaboration, potential. As evening approached, the mountain seemed to hold its breath. Something had changed. Not just in this small location, but potentially across entire star systems. Humanity had just announced its unexpected potential to the universe. And the universe was listening. Carefully. Curiously, respectfully.